My name is I'm a tactical medic at Israeli Special Forces team. Today I want to talk to you about 5 things that you need to know as a first responder. If you find yourself as a first responder on a scene of an active shooter, the first thing you want to do once you get to someone who got injured or got hurt and you give them any medical treatment, you need to be aware of transfer of information. You need to make sure to transfer all the medical information to the next person that you're going to pass the patient to. So if you have a tourniquet and then you're going to put it on, you need to make sure you write down the time. Exactly what is the time that you put the tourniquet on. Or any other injuries, you can write down on their clothing, on their skin. So it's very good that we walk around with a tourniquet. We also need to make sure there's a pen or a marker that we can write it down and pass on the information. Something else people might not know is a second wave attack. We've learned from a lot of terrorist attack that it doesn't always end with a first attack or just one terrorist. You need to make sure that you look at the surrounding perimeter. You're looking for any suspicious activity, for someone that might come in and attack you personally with a knife or with a gun, or God forbid with a bomb. We've seen those things before. If you're not taking care of someone who got hurt, you are in charge of looking at the perimeter. Also, tell other people to do just like you do. People in those events usually tend to be under stress, tend to yell and shout to other people. Take responsibility, make sure people understand what you're telling them, and surround the perimeter so you'll be able to give good medical attention to the people who got injured. Another point I want to talk to you about is identification. You have to identify yourself. You might be involved in a situation that you might be carrying a gun. You might be giving aid to someone, and more police force or military forces come in. You need to identify yourself. They need to understand you're not part of the attack. You're actually giving help and you're helping. You might be mistaken for someone who is conducting the terror attack. So if you have ID patches or anything that can differ you from normal and other people, you can do it by raising your hand, saying I'm a medic, saying I'm a first responder, whatever you can do in order for the police forces that come in or any other force that comes in that would not think that you're a part of the terror attack. Part of the evacuation plan is where am I taking the person who's injured to get treated. If it's the nearest hospital, what car am I using? Am I using my car? Did I see an ambulance out there when I just walked into the building? Where's the nearest police station? Those things might later on save someone's life if you have a plan in your head and you know exactly how you're going to get from point A to point B, which point B will be the medical care that you need. As we said, a hospital, the nearest clinic, even an open ground where a helicopter can land, you need to always have a plan. The last point I want to talk to you about is to always understand that there might be situations when no one will be coming and no one will be joining you. You need to know exactly what you're doing, and you need to be prepared to keep your buddy, your friend, your neighbor, or someone you just met alive. If it's going to take several minutes or even several hours, you need to make sure that you're doing all the actions that you can in order to keep that person alive. Sometimes it might be putting a tourniquet on, sometimes it might be stopping a real severe blood loss, and sometimes it might be even putting him away from danger, making sure that you passed on the information that someone is injured, and you always need to make sure that that person who's wounded will be away from danger, and you need to understand that you are his last chance of staying alive.